Okay, now we're recording again. I've got Carlos here. Let me just kind of point down about where Jeff was, and then we'll talk about. Well, he looked left first. So go ahead, Carlos.
I can't park my car here.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, well, something hit my car, and I thought it was those kids again screwing around with people's cars, and I've had incidents before with them. And I peeked through my shade that I put up to block, sun or whatever, one of those sunshade things, and I noticed that my mirror was out, and I was a little angry because I thought it was those kids. And I got out of the car, and I noticed debris on part of my car, and I looked to my left, and when I opened the door, immediately I started hearing screams, yelling and screaming, kind of in a loud voice. And I turned to that sound, and it was Dave at the intersection waving his arms back and forth like he was doing jumping jacks. And right there, a car was coming, a taxi. It turned out to be a taxi cab, but all I could see was the headlights coming in, and Dave in front of it waving his arms, flagging it down. And then I started looking at the damage to my car, and then I started walking and seeing the damage to all the other cars, and I went as far as where the impact originally happened to the motorcycle. Meanwhile, at that same time, I happened to pass by Dave and talk to him for a bit. I forget what I said to him or whatever, and he just kept going, and I've kept going the opposite direction towards the headlight, towards the light. And then I turned around, looking at the damage to the vehicles, and then I saw the helmet underneath one of the vehicles. And I picked the helmet up, and then I walked to where Jeffrey was, and I laid the helmet down. I don't remember whether I set it down right side up or left, I just laid the helmet down. And then I stood next to Dave and everybody else, and looking at Jeffrey, and then that was it.
Okay, when you said you walked past Dave, he was running about, if you can recall,
he was
walking fast. About how far were you up this street, and was the taxi already at Jeff by
about this point here, that I meet Dave, and then I see a flash of a yellow flash
coming this way past you?
Past me.
Okay.
And I didn't really pay that much attention to it. Like the cars.
Right.
Damage of the cars and stuff. And Dave had already passed me, and it was going on over there.
Okay. And so the taxi was basically to Jeffrey first.
Oh yeah, but Dave didn't lose sight of him.
Okay.
Dave was right. I would say Dave and the taxi cab guy were about there at the same time.
Okay.
Within a few seconds,
Okay, because Dave said that, and we don't know where that taxi went, but he said he did flag down within a minute a second taxi. But maybe it turned up there, maybe it turned around. I don't know. That's for future. So you kind of passed Dave, and you guys don't remember what you said.
No, I don't.
But basically you were, yeah. So
I was just making comments about it. I said, gee, look at this fucking car with the cars damaged and stuff. And the guy just zoomed by. He was making comments, but I don't know exactly what the comments were.
Now the taxi driver got to Jeff. Basically here, and he stayed in, I'm not sure if that's the number 2 lane and the closest to the lane. He stayed in the center lane.
The far left lane.
Pretty much, but at a little bit of an angle. And you said that, what was the position of his doors?
The car was like this, and the door was open.
Which door?
It would probably be it would be on this side, it would be the passenger side.
Okay, and that door was open, okay. The tow truck driver, do you recall about when he got to the body? No, okay.
I got there, everybody was standing there.
Okay,
Right.
Dave,
So
the tow truck driver, okay.
Yeah.
When you first got out and you looked down at Jeff, did you see anybody around Jeff? No. Did the tow truck drivers, did anybody say, I mean, is it I'm just trying to figure out if the taxi cab driver got to Jeff first or if the tow truck driver. You don't know. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So then on the interview with the police officers, was it the blonde or the brunette that interviewed you?
I'm pretty sure it was a blonde.
Okay. Now the things that you overheard, Dave, regarding the taxi cab driver. You were standing right here with this pipe.
Yeah, that's where they told us to stand.
Okay, well let's go stand.
They took Dave over. They took Dave that way.
Okay.
And the taxi cab driver was standing over there talking to somebody or something, or talking to himself. I don't know what he was doing.
Okay.
And then I think he went over there again to be interviewed. And then that's when I heard. I think I was the last one to be interviewed. To be honest with you.
Okay.
If I recall correctly, I think so. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Oh, that's okay.
But then he was interviewing. They were having a conversation over there with a taxi cab driver, the gal, the police officer, and then I hear Dave in his real loud voice saying, "He didn't see anything. He didn't see a goddamn thing. How could he have seen anything when I was flagging him down? I had to run over the guy, you know, that type of thing." And I don't know if those were the exact words.
Right.
But that was exact more or less what he was saying. He said, "He's just grandstanding. This guy's just grandstanding." To that effect.
Okay. And he was telling that to the police officer.
Right.
To the female police officer.
Yeah. Because he was overhearing the conversation apparently of what he was telling him. He says, "That's no way you could have been first on the scene and seen everything." He says, because, you know, how could he have? You know, it's like, anyway. So,
okay.
That makes perfect sense.
Right. Now, did the police officer ever remark to not? Did she say anything about when Dave was saying that? Did she like acknowledge that this guy was?
I don't know, because it was all very dark and
it was all over right there.
Where your car is.
Okay.
To worry about where your car is. And,
okay.
And I couldn't. And it was dark, and I really couldn't see half of what was going on over there. I was told to stand here, and I was
right. Okay. As far as the cab driver taking pictures, do you recall any of that?
No, I don't.
Okay. Was there much traffic after the accident?
No, there was nothing. It was empty. There was nobody. No traffic whatsoever. Nothing.
Okay. Let's see. I think that's about. How you doing? Is there anything else you can think about the cab driver or the tow truck driver said anything? Or now the next day, or when I came down and you saw me talking to Dave, and then what did Dave tell you that, or did you overhear Dave telling me that he checked Jeff's pulse?
Yeah, no, no. This is after you left. I think he was telling you that he had checked Dave and everything else.
Jeff, you mean?
Jeff and everything. They're going to, excuse me, but they're going to find you. Got it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. So the next day you talked to Dave, and what did he say?
Well, no, that was that same day I talked to him. I only talked to Dave once, and that was it.
Okay.
I never talked to him again after that. I never saw them.
No, I mean after he talked to me that next day.
To you, yeah.
Right.
After you had left, and I started talking to him about it, and he was telling me what a tragedy it was, and he says, "I don't know what to tell this guy. You know, what am I supposed to tell this guy? You know?" And I said, "Gee, calm down, Dave." And I said, he says, I did everything I could. You know, I checked his pulse, and he was telling me that he had checked his pulse and all that kind of thing and so forth. So.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. When you looked to his left and he was jumping up and down in front of the, as it turned out, the taxi cab driver. Did it seem like the taxi cab driver was going very fast?
No, because you know the thing with me, I was looking at things this way. Okay?
Gotcha. Okay.
Dave is coming this way.
Okay.
And all I see is a yellow flash passing me by. I didn't pay any attention, significance of anything,
Right, right.
anything like that.
Right.
I knew that Dave was flagging somebody down, and that was it. And I assumed that was a taxi cab, you know.
Okay. Now flagging down, and what I mean by that is, was he standing on the sidewalk with a
Standing
flashlight?
no, he was standing right in the middle of the road, going like this.
Okay. Let me just get you real quick with your hands waving.
Like this, you know, down the middle of the road, going like this.
Okay. Was he jumping also and yelling?
No, he was yelling and going like this.
Okay. Okay.
Más o menos, ¿verdad?
Okay.
Quedó más o menos.
Pues lo más cerca posible, fíjese, porque... Pero...
Alrighty, that should pretty much conclude that for now. This is with Carlos Duarte and his comments regarding that night. If there's anything else, I'll turn it back on.